Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the host for the Ladies Circle. Starting off with Anita Ekia Ekufu, the pretty affable host is known for her fashion statements and hosting of fashion and entertainment shows. A trained journalist, she's also known as a fashion police. She's an award-winning host and has also been seen hosting many red carpet events. Crystal Kwame Ayu, the bubbly, beautiful communication specialist, marketing consultant, and professional master of ceremonies. She's known as one of the best event hosts, hosting ceremonies, corporate events, and many more. Crystal is currently a TV and radio host at Media General. And now the last but not the least, the charming Nana Abna Koko Ado. She is the project coordinator for Mental Health Society of Ghana. She's the founder of Psychological African MH Support Group and CEO of Lenty Fire Cocktails and Ushering Agency. Very affable and assertive, she has championed many mental health activities, creating awareness for the condition. And joining the ladies is the guest host, Helen. Helen Appiah Ampofo is a self-proclaimed internet auntie, lover of all things social media. Helen injects comedy and enthusiasm to everything she does. From fitness to real-life dilemmas to trending topics, all bases are covered. Helen is currently the co-host for Keeping It Real on 3FM.
Yes, indeed, definitely. Your Saturday evenings are not the same anymore. With 4 intelligent, smart, and of course, very entertaining ladies treating you to conversations on everything you love to listen to. This is the Ladies Circle, and of course, I don't do this alone. But before you get to see my ladies, you're warmly welcome. I'm Anita Ekia Ekufu. And yes,
Too much excitement.
I know, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm super excited. Of course.
I couldn't wait.
Yes.
1 week was too long.
Yeah.
It was
Very.
too long.
You want to do this every single day.
You know, yes, because I think I had a great time discussing all the issues with you last week, and even afterwards the issues, like we just continued to talk and all of that.
Yeah.
It was fun. And now we missed
MBK is back.
From Kenya.
Yes.
Did you go to Kenya?
Did I?
Did you
I know, right? We all want to bombard you with questions. I know.
So Kenya was exciting. It was like meeting other mental health advocates and champions from all over the world. I was able to learn from them. I have new ideas and strategies up my sleeve, and that was so exciting. So last week in Kenya, like if you're doing any global mental health work, if you were supposed to be in Kenya, like all the funders, all the actors, everybody in mental health globally was in Kenya.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm so honored I was there to meet all my other global mental health advocates.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And of course, Kenya came with a lot of color. That hair.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing the same thing next week. So
Okay.
watch out.
Go
Definitely.
okay. Oh, and guys, this is what I brought from Kenya for you. So
we love
Val's Day, like you know,
I wanted a
I'm
lion.
still
What
feeling
did
the chocolate day.
You know, they have exotic animals. I thought you'd come back with some type of snake.
Don't worry. I've
Can
booked some Kenyan men for you, and they are bringing some wild
Kenyan
animals.
were men.
Men.
Hey.
So they'll be coming
I
with
want
the wild
I
animals.
thought the Kenyan men were the wild animals, but
That's two.
okay.
That's two.
I didn't see that
That's two.
I didn't
That's
see
two.
that coming.
It's Flavor
That's
Flav's
you.
wife.
Definitely.
Listen, it's been a while.
Amazing.
Well, of course, the show is about to begin. It's going to be exciting. A full hour of entertainment, fun, talk, what have you. But let's go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, this is the Ladies Circle. I'm already hyped, and they are super hyped.
You
hyped.
welcome back from the break. It is the Lady Circle, your Saturday evening staple, because you cannot afford to do anything else but to watch us from 6 p.m. all the way to 7, a full hour of greatness and fantastic real talk. And so today, you know how we do. We always talk about real issues all through, all the things that touched us throughout the week. And today, right now, we actually have some very interesting ones. We've picked 2 grand stories and a few others. I'm sure you have an idea as to which of them we are going to be discussing. But before we do go on, special thank you to Woodine for our beautiful fabrics, and also to Liran Collections for mine, as well as Max Beauty Makeup for hooking me up with all of this. Ladies, Abna, who also put your outfit together for you?
So this is from Dash Line Clothing on
Ooh,
Instagram.
Dash
Dash
Line.
Line Clothing.
Okay.
Dash.
And my makeup. Okay, my hair, my own idea, and I'm gonna give you the tips later. Like,
Okay.
I can't tell you where it is. And I don't want everybody having the same
Right.
hairstyle. Yeah.
I see that.
Wow.
But you need to share.
I know, right?
Yes, and Anita, who put yours together
Of course,
as well?
my outfit as always is by Adwa Yabua Clothing. Makeup by Nina's Makeup Artistry. Hairstyle by Cute Cat Pala.
Hey.
Definitely. Debbie, I said I'm canon mid chat pictures. Eddie, agree Instagram. I'm watching.
Amazing. And so, can we get on with the stories? Adita?
Definitely,
Abna, can you
of
take us
course.
through the stories for the week?
Yes, I'm ready to bring that story to you. Why not? Definitely. It's something that has been going on for a very long time, I should say. But it came to the fore quite recently, got a lot of people talking, trending, and all of that. But let me get into it. And it's about sex for grades. Well, let's get into it. It says, Jampo Butako suspended without pay over sex for grades documentary. And the University of Ghana has suspended 2 of its lecturers after completing investigations into the BBC's Sex for Grades documentary. Now, Professor Ransford Jampo and Dr. Paul Butako have been handed 6 and 4 months suspension without pay, respectively. It goes further to say the suspensions take effect from January 1st, 2020. And in addition, Professor Jampo and Dr. Butako are required to undergo appropriate training on the University of Ghana's sexual harassment and misconduct policy, as well as the Code of Conduct of Academic Staff of the University of Ghana. They will be required to receive a positive assessment after the training before resumption of their duties. They are also required to undergo annual assessment for a period of 5 years. Ladies,
Yes.
this
very heated one
but
indeed.
first of all, you ladies think that sex for grades is something that has been happening in our schools,
Oh, yes.
in our
Of course,
universities to be
yeah.
specific?
Of course.
Oh yes.
Of course. You know, I actually saw something like that actually happen when I was in level 100. You know, it wasn't to me directly, but it was in class. And funny enough, everyone saw that this lady was actually going to be a victim. And I happened to have been close to her at some point. And so I got, you know, all the gist and all of that. And it's just there, really, because they're using their power. Some of them use their power. The fact that they will grade you at the end of the day to say, you know what, if you can't do this because I really like you, you're cute and you're blah, blah, blah. If you wouldn't do this, I'll just take out the marks. You know, it actually does happen. But what I feel, what happened with her is that she then made sure that she put in a whole lot of work. So at the end of the day, if she's getting an A and you give her a B minus, she can still argue and say, the work that I put in there was for an A. And so she could question it and be sure that she was going to get it. I'm not saying it's right that there should be sexual harassment for grades and all of that. You're a man, you love, you know, you love what you see, but it doesn't mean that you can have a, you know, the school rules and regulations are actually against it. You can't have that kind of relationship. And so it happens. I don't think it's right.
Quickly, let me move over to Flavor Flav's wife. What do you think?
I think you asked whether or not it's happening.
It's happening. Do students really experience it?
Definitely. I haven't experienced it firsthand. I don't know many people that have, but if everybody is saying the same thing, what is it saying? No smoke without fire, no fire without smoke, no something. Hey, it means it's happening. People are talking about it. It's real. We can't ignore it, that the power dynamics play a role in how some of these lecturers grade their students. It's fact.
I even want to chip in that if you take a look at the complaints that are coming in, it's over a long period of time.
Long time.
So you can't say that a group of people just decided that in the year 2019 we're just going to attack these people.
Yeah.
It goes as far back as the 80s and even beyond.
Yeah.
And all the lecturers who have been on the committees, all the people who've come out to speak about this, I've talked about it being there for so many years. So it's not something that we can, you know, ignore easily. It has been there.
Abna,
Yeah,
I'm asking you something really different, by the way. So you know what? a lot of people are of the view that the punishment of some sort these professors and lecturers have been given is quite, very like tiny. It's nothing.
Okay.
Is it okay for you, or you think they deserve
So
more?
for the punishment, I think it's minimal. But what I like about the whole arrangement is they'll be given training on the sexual harassment and misconduct policy. So I like the idea is like, we're not just punishing you, we're not just banishing you. You are being reformed. It's not just being punished. And it's like, okay, they'll go under an assessment and you'll be given an opportunity again. So it makes us know that we are human and we can make mistakes, but we are a society that's human and allows reform. So if they should abide by it, and the policy misconduct, the training should not just be for them.
Yeah,
I think it should be for both
Exactly.
the students and all the other lecturers.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's some things we really take we take lightly, like in Ghana.
Yeah.
But there are some policies that when it's guarding your work, everybody should have the training. So the punishments, the number of years, but I'll just focus on the fact that they are giving some space for reform. Yeah, because me, it's more of like a personal issue for me. Because I'm
Have you experienced
yeah. I'm a
share.
very, very smart girl.
Okay.
Tell us.
So it's like, I would never need a lecturer to give me grades.
Exactly.
Okay.
But when I was when I went to UCC level 100, there was this guy, he wasn't even a lecturer.
The TA.
And then he was pretending he was one. And then this
Has
guy,
spotted you from a distance.
okay, say me a small girl be on him say makofa legon and say me ba. If he means so much and like I'll be playing around. I actually recorded him and everything, and then I took him through the right the due process. So everything was off. Like he couldn't threaten me, he couldn't do anything. So I think when the girls also know their rights, or the boys know their rights,
Yeah.
you can't push them over. And
Yeah.
whenever you are going to report, you should have evidence.
Sure. That's
Yeah.
You can't just do hearsays in Ghana. You should have hard evidence, a lot of witnesses, because else the system will not work for you.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
That is true.
Well, that's really thought-provoking, and having Abna Koko experience this, it makes it even better. And I'm sure our viewers at home will share that same opinion. But definitely, we're moving on to our next story.
Yes.
Yes, and Abna will be doing that.
Our next juicy story. I don't know if I should say this is personal or not.
Hey.
Okay. Keeping one woman saves you money, pastor tells men. Let's read. Ghanaian pastor Eastwood Anaba has cautioned men to stick to their wives since the additional side chicks only brings financial inconveniences. Reverend Anaba explains that side chicks have only programmed their brains to extort money from their men, hence it puts financial burden on them. I don't see how you can sin and it won't affect your finances. Keeping only your wife saves you a lot of money. Girlfriends, they will take your money, he said. He argued that side chicks who don't demand are merely preparing the ground of your total annihilation. A girlfriend who doesn't take your money is a witch who is trying to kill you after 1 month. So they are not looking for your money, they are looking for your life. So don't be happy and say that you are dating a girl who doesn't like your money. Who rather gives you money? She is buying you to chew you. You are a cow. She's going to chew you. She's going to use you as chinchinga. You are a walking suya, he added. Oh my God. Like, I can't believe what they say at churches
Listen.
nowadays. Like,
It's
I really can't believe what they say at
Extra
churches
pep.
today.
You know what?
Listen, Chichinga washes suits. I
Wow.
want to see that. I have to see that.
It's important.
I've been laughing all through, like, I want to tear. man.
Anissa, what are you going to say? Have you ever been a side chick?
That's the thing, You
Tell us. I've been a side chick before.
side
No,
chick.
you will know.
Oh, you
you will
know.
know. You will
Well,
know.
that-
No.
You will
You
know.
let me come. I don't know why you guys are always putting me on the spot. Like,
No.
Okay, Crystal, your turn.
Me, have I
side
ever
chicks
been a-
to a married or single guy?
None.
None.
Really?
No. I
Really?
think last week we talked about, how
You
women
didn't
love
know or
attention.
you're assuming?
I can be by myself and I'm cool. Y'all have seen me already. I'm crazy by myself. I
Yeah.
don't need to.
You don't need the
Okay.
extra
No,
wahala.
No.
Madam,
you.
flavor flames, right?
Listen, if I'm in your life, I'm the only chick, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I also work
Hey.
with that. Sometimes it's like there's this. I don't believe in the fact that like there has to be a label, side chick, whatever. It's like when I'm with you, what goes on, you know, the connection is a deeper connection.
But
So
wait,
I don't need labels.
This connection that you are having with this
I don't
person, is
need
this person gone?
Is this
Is he
person
married?
taken?
Exactly. Has he vowed before God and man that
You see, that
he is committed to one person?
That's something
you need to focus
I
on that
didn't
as
really
well.
say I'm targeting him that, you know, you are somebody's and I want you.
Yeah.
It's like I met the person
You
and it
didn't
was
know.
like a natural force.
A
I
natural
couldn't do
force.
anything about it.
You know that
It's like,
connection.
yeah, it's
Exactly.
like when you're
This
washing
person is a
and you
chichinga.
put like you
Chichinga.
put like a washing powder in the water and just sublimes. Like it's a natural
Hey,
action.
give us.
You can't take the washing powder
But
out
once
of the water
you
again.
know,
Once
it's
you
different.
know.
Once
You know, Abner
you can
has
pull
actually
away.
given me the vim to
Sometimes
talk about
you
it.
should.
It's about that connection. When,
Yeah, I'm selfish.
when
Oh,
you
the
have that
connection.
I
I think,
think
I think
connection
team
with that
connection
person.
is over
You
here.
can be a
Team
first
no
wife and-
connection over
Right
here.
here.
and you won't be happy. I
be happy.
totally agree with the people who often say that you can even be a fifth, a sixth wife and be happier than somebody who is just an only wife.
Okay.
You can.
Okay.
Well, it's not about being there are people who are married and they think that I'm the only wife and they are suffering. And there's this lady on Facebook who is actually doing a series on people who have side men and the stories that are coming out. You read some and you're like, really? Women who are not happy because their
Side
husbands
men.
are cheating and now they decide to get side men.
But who are they cheating with?
Other married men as
No,
well.
who are these men cheating with? The side chicks.
Exactly.
Because
So
the side
it
chicks
goes
make,
wrong like
make
this.
themselves available for all of this. So if we all say that, you know what, I want to be the only chick, I think that we can turn the
You
world
see,
around.
the
For the
fact
better.
is we live as much as I'm a Christian, but as much as you look at it, we live in a polygamous society.
You've accepted that.
And
that I
people
can
are in
accept.
denial.
Yeah.
Do you get it? And it doesn't, like, you don't have to, like in the olden days, like King Solomon, they were not all having
Amen.
rings or whatever. You know, you find a woman, you find a man, that the two of you can find a purpose together.
Connection.
You know, the wedding is nice and all those things, but you need a man that drives you, makes you feel stable, makes you feel happy.
I find that very
If
interesting.
everybody
Some of us are
knows,
selfish
if
and
everybody
we say,
knows that
Okay.
it's polygamous, then fine.
Well,
With a different person.
this one, he wasn't
Yeah.
really off the market
What
like that.
is off the market is off the market.
No, this
Anita,
one, I know what I'm saying. He
Hey.
wasn't off the market.
She
He
knows
was
what
not
she's
off
saying.
the
She
market.
knows what she's saying, okay?
all right,
He
so
wasn't
no,
off the
no
market.
attacks all the
Let's
same.
move on.
But sometimes the men lie to you. They lie.
Well, like they
That we
lie.
believe. But yes, we have to go on a quick commercial break. It's really heated. And we will continue this discussion while we go on break. But grab some popcorn, grab some donuts, grab your drinks and your munchies because
And call
we'll
your
be back
side
with
chick.
even more.
Oh boy. Hello, people. Welcome back to the Ladies Circle. If you've only just joined us, welcome. We've been talking about connections, chichinga, and everything in between. Before we go any further, massive shout out to the sponsors, Dean, who have these ladies decked out looking very, very beautiful. It's actually been getting pretty hot and steamy in studio
Yes.
today. We're talking about all the juicy things that have happened this week. Unless you've been living under a rock, you would have seen what I'm calling the wedding, the Ghanaian wedding of the century. It's been lots of glamour, razzmatazz.
I give
It's
that.
been everything. It's been up. It's been. Listen, I'm at a loss for words. Let's roll the clip, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Another guilty beat.
When I wake up, you be first thing on my mind. I something need by one of a kind. I know say them break your heart before, so you the fear to fall in love. But I go fight till the day I go call you mine. All day, men come me, baby. In sweetie, in jolly. Men come me, lady. Oh my baby, you're a queen. Compliment me as a king. Get the boy and smoke go don, baby. Bra, be my no. Bra, be my no. Bra, be my no. Day, be my no. Oje a brand new woman coming move for you. Because me do want baby is deep. Oh, we serious moon me who me happiness. Yeah, me body when you be a metro.
So, you've all seen it. It was, like I mentioned, the Ghanaian wedding of the century. Ladies, I want to know from you, do you think the razzmatazz, the brouhaha, has taken away from the sentiment of what weddings actually are, or what they should be?
I've been looking at these things, and you know I host weddings, and I've seen all sorts, all ranges, and all of that. I always say that. Do what you can afford. Do what your pocket says. Do what your budget says. It's nice to dream and all of that. I believe they've had their dream wedding, and I'm so happy for them. People are asking questions, was it necessary and all of that. Look, if you've never tasted money before, you will not know how to eat it, right? So they have the money. They have it, and they decide that they want to spend this much on their wedding. And I think it's fine, and it's nice, and it's beautiful, and you can only, pray for them and pray that you can also tap into that.
But Crystal, you've kind of done a little sidestep of my question. My question was, do you think the brouhaha, razzmatazz, not just of this wedding, but in general, do you think it takes away from the sentimental value of what a wedding is? A wedding is a union between two families. It's the beginning of a love story, beginning of a new family.
And
do you
that's
think
the base.
Yes, and do you think these these shows, I'm calling them these shows, they take away from that message?
That's the base.
I don't think
That's
so.
the base.
I so don't think so, because I mean, at the end of the day, the two will still get married. The two are still being put together in holy matrimony. After all, what exactly is wrong with a lot of people? I read a lot on social media, and I got angry at a point. I'm like, if I'm getting married, and let's say my father-in-law is twice as rich or 10 times rich as Despite, and they want to give me a wedding in somewhere Bahamas, sister, I will grab it.
I think that might be more sentimental than having a whole show.
You know what? I love the show.
Shows.
I mean,
I love it.
Listen,
That is
don't
it.
get me wrong. I love the finer things in life
I
as
love
well.
it.
Okay, I'm not
for-
a cheap one.
For weddings, is how you want to share your story.
Exactly.
It's how you want to, it's an opportunity for you to express to everybody who you are. So Kennedy
That's what the wedding is
Kennedy
about.
and the no. It's about union. So I am showing you what I'm about to the other family, to the friends that have come.
So I've been dating you for how many years? I'm not come to show you what I'm about.
No. To the
You didn't know
rest
what
of
I
the
was
family.
about.
To the rest of the family.
Okay.
And to whoever is witnessing the union. So Kennedy is like, you pick your colors. So those are your favorite colors. Why do you pick your colors? Like, letting people know that's your color. And your color will show like a lot of things about your personality and all that. Kennedy loves cars, or
his
he
family
doesn't.
even
He
loves
loves
cars.
cars. And they
That's
showed
nice.
the cars. And in somewhere in the world, this might actually be like a regular wedding.
Exactly.
So most of the people that commented, let me say,
wedding
that.
I don't know. Listen,
Well,
I've been
interesting.
to some
Even
many
if I've
beautiful
not been
weddings.
to weddings, you spend time on YouTube, you watch.
Watching
There was one
beautiful-
place, the place looked like a desert.
And then
Yeah.
they transform.
They
the place.
transformed the whole place. I don't think their budgets and this wedding's budgets. It would be like one thing.
I
So
don't know.
People should
Give
them a break.
Should explore.
Listen, all
And then
I'm
I'm like-
saying, let's not lose what the sentiment of marriage is
No,
about.
no, no.
These
I don't
days,
think they've lost it.
I think lost
I
it
think
too.
it's I think it's
I don't
turned
think
into a
they've lost
production.
it.
It's turned into a show. I feel like it's
I
turned
feel
into a
like,
competition.
it's
That's
the way
just
people
my
like to express
opinion.
themselves.
If
You
you
know,
feel
everybody
listen-
expresses themselves differently. I choose to express my hair, myself with short hair. Someone chooses to express themselves with long locks all the way sweeping the floor. And Abna Koko chooses to express herself with
Yes.
this colored hair. So it's all an expression. At the end of the day, I feel at the end of the day that I'm getting married to this person. I love this person so much. And by expressing myself like this, I'm content.
Yeah.
So it's really in expression. Some people go all the way out and break their budgets and
Yeah.
things, and they cry at the end of the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one is up to them, and they should know by now that you
Yeah.
don't go beyond your budget when you're
Yeah.
planning weddings. But it's really about expression.
Yeah.
And if you try to stifle my own expression, I probably wouldn't even be happy. Is that one day, just break it down to Ghana, is that one day that many of us have been looking forward to, or many Ghanaians have been looking forward to?
Right.
Both men and women, they grow up and they get to that stage and they're like, marriage, and I have to do this and do it well. So if you don't express yourself the way you really want to,
Yeah.
after 5 years, 6 years, you realize some people even try and do the whole renewal of marriage to try
Yeah.
and get to
Yeah.
that, but it's not the same
Yeah.
anymore. So I feel like if they feel like they can express themselves and they actually have the capacity to, go ahead. And yes, your point comes in. Don't lose the importance of
sentiments.
getting married as well.
Listen, razzmatazz
Marriage
kakra,
is forever.
sentiments kakra. Then we move.
No.
Of course, I wouldn't mind a very big wedding.
Oh, and you, Dianita, I can tell.
Exactly.
And
I'm
the
so
way that you
extra.
were angry about people's comments, I
Exactly.
mean,
And
I
one
can
guy
tell.
was like, if he got married around this time that he has the amount of money he has, he's a lawyer, by the way, on Facebook, the kind of wedding he would have done. So sometimes he's like, when he looks at his wedding pictures, he's like, you know.
No, but it
and
was good for
I-
the time.
Exactly.
It was
But
good for
now
the
he's
time.
like, you know, that kind of thing.
Oh,
I
the
want
wife
that in the
better.
future, I look at my wedding pictures and I drool over them again.
Listen, if I can look at my wedding pictures and I
Okay.
can see my parents, my loved ones,
That's
those are
all.
the, that's all I care
Yeah.
about.
I
I
want
don't
the
care.
quality.
The funny
Yeah.
thing is,
And the quality
The
is
funny
important.
thing
Exactly.
is, if this wedding was not like this,
People
and
would
then
have
they have done it like
Anyway, anyhow.
wedding.
Thank you.
Because
People would have
despite
talked about it as well. That is true.
why your wedding be say.
But I take it at the end of the day that the quality, aside, after the big day, you know, there should be some quality between the man and the woman. I actually have a question for today from
Yes.
one of our viewers. Some of you have sent in your questions and we picked only one for today. So let's take a look at the question.
Hi guys, so yesterday I was having a chat with a friend and she was telling me that she has a problem and I thought of sharing with you, you know. She has a crush on her best friend's ex-boyfriend. Now, she believes that the guy feels the same because of, you know, the guy's actions and all. But being her best friend's ex-boyfriend, she just feels it will be some way, you know, if her best friend should even find out that, hey, this and this is happening. But also on the other hand, the best friend in question is married. So she's thinking that, I mean, this won't be a problem because if you're already married and he's still single, I can go ahead. But I'm just thinking that it's a bit shaky. So what do you guys think she should do?
A very interesting one, really. And from this playback, I believe that all four of us have a whole lot to say. And so I think I'd like to start with Ellen. Ellen, do you have anything to say to this one?
I do. I have a few things to say. First of all, I felt like I needed a diagram to work it out, but I have it all in my head. So, this person has a crush on their best friend's ex. For me personally, best friend, ex, it's a no-go. I feel like whoever your best friend has dated in the past, I don't think you should even look in their direction, breathe in their direction. Don't even ask for their name. I feel like you should have some type of boundary and maybe not go there at all. To even put
like a
yourself
girl code.
in that, it's a girl code.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in that predicament. That's my
It
opinion.
looks like Abna has
Looks like I'm
different views altogether.
Do you know
That's
why?
team connection.
Do you know why
Team
she's my
connection.
best friend? God help put her in my life to bring that man to me.
Wow.
you.
So you pray for him.
If I have found the love of my life,
Your soulmate.
and you know my best friend had to assess the situation. It means like I even have a lot to learn. I know all his mistakes from the information from my best friend.
Yeah.
So I can work things and make it better.
Mind you can't change the person.
No,
You
I
can't
don't-
change the person.
No, sometimes you don't have to change anybody.
So
Like
you
you
manage
know
what you
how
know.
this machine works. You have the manual.
Right.
So you know when to turn it off and turn it on.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh.
that's
Okay.
That's
All right,
what
Anita, you as well?
Honestly, I couldn't even agree. You know, I don't see anything wrong. Especially in a situation where most of my best friends, we don't really talk like that anymore.
Yeah.
Then they're
So
not your
me-
best friend.
We were best friends.
Yeah.
We are not best friends anymore.
This is somebody who's
And
your best friend still. That's the dilemma.
If you're my best friend still now, oh, why not? and that person is my soulmate, somebody that I feel
How
I
do you
click
know
with.
he's your soulmate?
Thank
In
you.
the
I
first
will-
place?
You are
I
now
don't
getting
know.
there.
No,
You are
won't
now
know.
getting
See, me,
there.
I always believed in this thing. You need to pray. I agree with
Of
you.
course.
With the fact that it's a girl code and your best friend something in the past. It's literally the something in the past. But at the end of the day, you need to pray about this person, and you don't need to take that relationship like you knew in the past, because people change all the time. The same way you're
Yeah.
not the same. And so I would say, if you still want to go there, know this person as a friend and get to build that friendship. If you feel that you really can't deal with this, you move away. And I also think that you should tell your friend about it, even though it's in the past.
I feel like no. With telling your friend, you've got to be
this story is
tactful.
really juicy.
Yes, but certainly you will.
But we have to go on a quick commercial
Oh,
break.
okay.
So that we have more time for the rest of the story.
Sure.
Yes. So, viewers, we'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. How do you keep your skin so natural and healthy? We're going to go to the life and living tips to find out more about how to keep your skin healthy and natural.
Today on Life and Living Tips, we talk about how to keep your skin natural and healthy. Drink a lot of water. Water helps your skin function in a less optimal way. The instant you are dehydrated, it will take a toll on your skin, causing it to look dull, saggy, flaky, and loose. Avoid excessive sugar. It leads to damaged collagen, causing wrinkles. Exercise. It increases the circulation of oxygen and nutrients and releases toxins through smile. The best exercise for your face is to smile. Sleep. Your skin rejuvenates itself whilst you are asleep. It is very essential to sleep for 8 hours at night.
Okay, guys, welcome back.
I like that they mentioned water, because water is life. Really,
Exactly.
it is. You can't be trying to get skin that's successful.
We have skin success
That's
as
the
a
reason I said
cream,
it, you know.
Yeah, skin success, so it's all
took me
correct.
off. Exactly. Without feeding it what it really loves, water. You know, and I always say this, that when you put the water in there, don't leave the water in there, you have to seal it. And so that's where your natural oils come in, or your natural butters, like the shea butter, the cocoa butter, and all of those. So you put the water in there, and then you seal, and you're good to go. And it actually works magic. I know some ladies who are way beyond 40 years, but they moisturize, they drink a lot of water, and so it keeps them fresh as well. I love it.
Yeah.
Water is life.
And Helen?
The exercise is a top tip, because obviously when you exercise, you sweat. It's a good chance to get your pores, opening and closing. I'm not a doctor. I'm just, this is from my
Detox
own
as well.
experience. Whenever
Yeah.
I know I've had a good workout, a good sweat, my skin feels like it's been renewed. And I'm sure you guys have experienced that.
breathing.
It's like breathing. Your pores are
It's such
breathing.
a good feeling.
Yeah.
Very. for
And
sure.
don't limit the exercise to the gym,
Yeah.
Be creative, innovative.
Like what
and,
exactly, my
and
dear?
exercise.
When we see that,
And exercise.
kind of
Anita, tell me about your tip. Tell me about your tip.
And of course, sleeping. I love to sleep. You know, on days that I have nothing doing, I can sleep for only God knows how long. I just have to put my phone off, and then I'm gone. Sleeping works magic for me. It does. It does.
I like that you say you put your phone off, though.
I know if my phone is not off, trust me, I can't sleep. Even in the evening.
Yeah.
I do that actually. I turn my phone off to actually
turn it on silent or something.
Of
I'm
course.
scared of emergencies, so I can't turn it off,
Now, emergency, don't call me.
No, but yes,
I want to be that friend.
Don't call me, please.
I want to be that friend. Actually, I've realized there was a point where someone's house was being robbed, and he called so many people. It was only one friend whose phone was on at around 2:30 a.m.
Wow.
So I felt, if I were in a situation like that, wouldn't I want to be able to reach someone? So since then, I have my phone on just in case of
I mean,
anything.
the only weapon I have is my six
Just
cats.
pray about that emergency part. Just pray about that emergency and get
What
some
can
good
me and my
sleep.
six cats do for you when the armed robbers come? Don't call me, please.
All right, ladies. It's that time.
Yes, my favorite time.
Very excited. Very, very excited.
I trust that ABK will definitely be as
I
honest.
feel like
trust
Team
that, trust
Connection.
that.
No, that is true.
We need a team name. That's Team Connection.
I'm an
What should we call
Aquarius, so
ourselves?
always honest. Trust
Okay.
that I'll give you honest answers. No
Of
matter
course,
how
definitely.
sensitive it is, I'll give you honest
Let's
answers.
do this,
careful.
Hans.
Yes,
Let's
yes,
do this.
All right,
yes,
Team
yes.
Connection.
We still don't have a name.
We don't have a team name, but we'll have one soon. But this is Team Connection.
Team
Yeah,
attention,
yeah,
how about?
yeah.
Team Attention.
Team attention.
Okay.
Team number one. One
Team
and only.
Okay, okay.
One and only. OAO, OAO, Team OAO. Okay.
We'll come back. We'll come back to that.
But you know what?
Okay.
Let's get into it.
All
Let's
right.
get into it. So the first question is, have you ever told a guy you love him when you honestly didn't?
Oh. For what? That is my question. For what? Why should I tell you I love
See,
you?
how did I know that Team Connection would have the same answers?
No, it's
And
actually working.
And
For what?
Listen, I don't like
for
Wahala.
what? Okay, so let me tell you
Okay, I want to
why.
hear your story.
Some guys, some guys, they come to you. Like this, what actually happens in Ghana most of the time.
Okay.
A guy is like you're a project. They've analyzed you, assessed you. He has checked all his boxes. He's coming in love, or has a full crush.
Okay.
And you like something, they give you too much pressure. You have said no, allow me to think about it, and you get like, you go like, oh, I love you, and I'll say thank you. It gets to a point, it's like, you also just have to say, I love you too. And then in my head, I'll go like, this is maybe a form of a friendly greeting. I'm also saying,
You like the attention,
I-
and that's why he's still around you.
Oh, I had this situation. It was like me, when it comes to relationship, I think I'm a predator. Like, I like to go after my guys.
Okay.
And
Listen, I can relate.
and that was not working for me. Do you get it? It wasn't working for me. So I'm like, let me give an opportunity to a guy that I'm not so crazy about.
Okay.
Because and see if it's going to work out. Okay. So it was like, even though it wasn't working out, I'm like, let me be a little patient. Maybe I'm being too picky and all those things. And at this age too, they are pressuring you to get married. So at least try and see if it will work out.
Sure.
And then I'm first to
Maybe I
say,
don't love you. I
know
don't
what?
love you.
I love you.
I'm excited about this because Abna has a bunch of experiences that every time she'll be bringing out, one or two, and I'm excited about that.
Yes.
But our next
Baby,
question,
carry
yeah, I know, right? you know. Have you ever deleted your boyfriend's number after a misunderstanding? Oh,
Listen, can I get
I
an
will
even
change
bigger
your
one?
name.
Listen, delete all our pictures, your number,
Very
your
important.
mom's
Listen,
number,
block you on Instagram.
block,
And
Twitter
then,
block.
later on, I'll go back and unblock.
Listen, let me tell you a funny
is
story.
work, though.
I deleted my ex's number when we were calling one time, everything. And then by the time I'd cool down, I was trying to find the number. I had to download an app on my laptop that allows you to go and retrieve. That's how I knew I was mad.
Oh, wow. But you don't know it offhand? I mean,
I didn't know,
the days
no.
Where you had to know,
I think it's a
know,
female
the numbers
thing.
of
Yeah, because I don't
a
want to. But you
female
know
thing.
when you're annoyed and you're like, listen, I'm never speaking to him again.
yeah.
I never want to
And you
hear
give
from
yourself
you.
like
Tell all your
reasons.
friends I will never talk to
I
him
need
again.
support. Like I'm in a similar situation right now, but I need to stick
Delete
to the
it.
plan.
Delete it.
I need to. The number has to be
Give me your
kept
phone. Give me
deleted.
your phone. Give me
No,
your
it's
phone.
been deleted, but it has to stay deleted.
Deleted.
Like I don't want to go and download an app
Listen,
and go and
that
do
was
any
me.
Fine.
You'll be all right. Give me
Okay.
throw the phone away. Give me the phone.
Okay, still on phones, by the way, and still in phones, by the way. Yeah. This one says, have you ever secretly read your boyfriend's phone before?
Listen.
Last time I did that, it ended in tears.
Listen.
Dangerous
I
tears.
don't have time for
Not
that.
available.
Tell us the truth.
I don't have time for that.
I don't have time.
Crystal, why?
So it's what? Not guilty. I don't
You
flipping
know,
care.
the thing is,
I don't.
when I was doing that, I was a bit naive. I was really young at the time. I felt like I really wanted to know everything, and I got to know what I really wanted to know.
Oh, I saw what
But
I wanted to see.
afterwards,
Yeah.
some years down the line, I'm like, even if I'm married to you, you can do whatever with your phone. Don't take mine. I
Oh
won't take
no!
yours.
Oh no! Don't leave your phone around. Don't.
I
be
just
caught
don't
slipping.
want to know.
Oh no!
Your phone is the
my
diary
phone.
of life.
Exactly.
There
Who
was
is
a
texting
time-
us? Who is calling us?
Last question, and this is really, really funny. It says, have you ever farted and pretended you didn't know about it? No, I'm not guilty. I'm not
Let me
guilty.
think through.
Crystal is...
Yeah. PE. This was PE.
You guys should tell the truth. You guys, are you guys lying?
The thing keeps on turning. It's not my fault. It just keeps on turning around.
Not
Tell the
available.
truth,
Not
okay?
available.
Everybody
you're
has
honest.
done it.
No, I haven't.
You've
no, you
never
have.
fasted
Oh, you
and
have.
pretended it wasn't you.
Oh,
and you're
you
like,
have.
can you guys smell that? But you
No,
did
you don't
it.
have to say it, there's a way to act around. You don't have to say it. You don't have to be the
Especially-
first.
Oh, no.
You can be the
When
second.
you're
Be
in the
like,
bedroom
right.
alone with Bay and the room is fully air conditioned.
This is
And then
every case
I'll
story.
still ask you, who did that? What's going on?
If it's just the two of you.
Yeah, the two of us, but I'm still asking, who did that?
No, wait, but haven't you've probably like been in a room alone and then you're like, wow, Crystal, you really did.
That one, when I'm
Listen.
alone, like, I clap for myself, you know. Like, girl, you did girl. No,
Sometimes
someone
you
walk
shock
like,
yourself.
No, like for real.
No, sometimes you really shock yourself and you think, God dang.
Okay.
Why?
That's how I know to stop
Why?
eating certain things.
Why?
On that note, that's all
Fair
for.
enough. Like,
Guilty,
I know, right?
not guilty.
That's all for guilty or not guilty.
Very, very
And seriously,
guilty
if you're
today.
watching us and questions you want us to, be very honest about, you can definitely visit our social media pages. It is TV3 Ghana, and then let us know, of course, all the crazy stuff. If I'm guilty, I'll say it. And Abna Koko, as always, team connection. We will tell you the truth.
Yes.
I don't know about team
Connection.
attention.
Team attention, okay?
Yeah, attention works, doesn't it?
It works.
All right.
Realist. Okay. So indeed, it's been a great show. I've enjoyed every bit of it, and I think that the Guilty Not Guilty is my favorite. I always look forward to it.
Definitely.
Yes, certainly. And thanks again to Woodine for our beautiful fabrics. Thanks to Liran Collections and for my outfits, as well as Max Beauty Makeup for all my makeup supplies. I love it. I'll let the other ladies also give acknowledgements to their stylists. Come
so
on, give us a
this
360.
Give them.
Come on.
Yes.
Hey, ABK, yeah. Hey.
Show them something.
From Dash Line Clothing on
Right.
Instagram.
What clothing?
Dash Line Clothing.
Dash Line Clothing.
So you can go to my Instagram. I'll tag them when I tag them.
Definitely. And of course, as always, some person is sorry, person is sorry.
Pressure is babbing.
I know, Abna is such a great influencer. She has no idea. But special thanks going out to Ajua Yeboah Clothing. She's on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. It's Ajua Yeboah Clothing. Thank you so much to Nina's Makeup Artistry for my makeup and my hair, of course, by Cute Cut Palo Sandra. Thank you so much for always being there. I show up
Indeed. You've been
unannounced and
glammed
she always
up
does
by-
it.
I have been glammed up by the in-house team. Shout out to Thelma for hooking me up with my face. I know you guys don't recognize me, but it is me. It is me. And yes, dresses from my closet. I will stand up, but as always, my intestines are being squeezed. I like to get snatched for you guys, but yes, a little cape action happening today,
Yeah.
for drama.
Yeah. All right, and since you look so fantastic, I think we also have fantastic photos to look at. So there's a picture of the week right before we go. Let's take a good look at the picture of the week.